Traders, I want to welcome you to today's webinar event. My name is Sean Kozak, the founder of Neural Street Trading Academy. And I'm really excited about the webinar, especially for all of you that are new in here. I see a lot of new names, a lot of new people. I do see some familiar names as well, so welcome back to anyone that's been here before. The event today is specifically focused around taking advantage of the leverage in the futures and the Forex and even the crypto markets, depending on your preference, for small trading accounts. Most people get started in futures and Forex because of the leverage. And then they find off quickly that, there's a whole lot more to trading than just taking advantage of leverage. And what I want to do today is I want to teach you how our traders are successfully trading the futures and the Forex markets. The reason I have crypto on here is because our software and strategies are completely transferable across those markets as well. It just depends on your market focus and your preference. And I want to give you guys an advantage. I want to show you how our traders are doing well. We have turnkey systems. We also have core indicators that we trade with in our trading rooms, and that's exactly what this event is on. In the past, we've done other webinars with software and other promotional material, but today's event is specifically focused around our core futures and Forex trade room and the system that we're using in that classroom, okay? Now, a couple groundkeeping rules, just so you guys know, we are recording it. I will send the recording out following the event. If you have questions, type them in the chat box. If I don't get to them right away, we will go over them at the end of the event. And if you can't stay, no worries. We understand everybody's got a busy life. The fact that you're here, we just appreciate your attendance already. And that being said, we'll make sure you get all the information following the event. So before I go any further, I need to cover a quick disclaimer. It is required by regulation. Industry laws require us to put that in here, guys. So just make sure you're aware of the risks in trading before you get started. Now, got an agenda here. We're going to get into this in great detail. The main objective here is to show you how you guys can take advantage of our trading style and methodology. There's a lot of ways to trade the markets. Neural Street being an academy with a huge software and indicator component. One of the things that we often get asked is, well, traders, I just want to, the traders will contact us and they'll say, hey, I just need you to show me a trading system that actually makes money. Can you actually show me traders that are successful? Can you help me become successful? How many of you guys are looking right now to change the way that you're trading because you're not successful? Can you guys just type a yes in the chat box if you're in a situation where you're not really happy with where you want to be and you're trying to figure out a better advantage? I would assume most of you guys, because why would you be here if you're not, right? If you're consistently profitable, I don't see the purpose of being in here, right? Well, the reason I'm asking you this question is because we have a lot of successful traders. And we have a lot of traders that know a lot, that are successful sometimes, and they want to become consistently successful, right? So what we're going to do today is we're going to teach you that. I'm going to talk to you about why you should even trust today's methods. I think that's super important. I also think it'd be important for you to understand the framework that we trade and ultimately the layouts. And I'm a big believer in examples. I think that a lot of traders will believe when they see things. Your eyes will not deceive you, and seeing is believing, and also learning is believing. So, through this, we're going to give you an advantage. We're going to talk about trades. We're going to show you some examples. We're going to show you some fills and show you some real examples. And that way you guys can take a look at what we're doing here and move forward. Okay. So I do not believe in fluff. I don't believe in snake oil. There's no room for false hopes. This is a business of money. This is a business of serious grind and grit. And I do believe that you need to be a special breed to last the long haul. I think that a lot of traders come in and super excited and getting really pumped up about making money, and then they get slapped in the face with Mr. Reality Stick, and then what ends up happening is we end up falling flat and we either give up or we end up losing a lot of money, and there's no place for snake oil. So a couple things here real quickly. If you want to do what we're doing, in order for you to actually succeed in this, there's no shortcuts. Okay, you got to learn the strategies that are being traded by other successful traders, right? You need to learn the tools and join the classrooms so that you can be a part of what we're talking about, right? You can't just expect magic to fall on your lap and say, here you go, here's the golden goose, right? Now, why do I say this? because I've seen a lot of traders come and go, and I've seen a lot of traders make a lot of money when they learn how to do the right things. And the reason I say the right things is that there's proven methods that we have that traders are very successful with. And then there's a lot of traders that will flip flop. And, the only place for flip flops is on the beach. Okay. Everything else requires some steady ground. And I throw a joke in here, but in all reality, it's quite serious, right? So, another thing too is if you have capital, great. If you don't have capital, we've got funding partners that we can put you in touch with so that you can get funded as a prop firm trader. And we've got a lot of traders that go on from NeuroStreet to work at prop shops and they trade funded accounts. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on where you want to go. So this is a proven process. We have a lot of great traders who are successful and they will share their success with you. So if you have any questions or you want to speak with us or our team, we have an open door policy. Just let us know. We have nothing to hide. We have everything to give and nothing to hide. Okay. So that being said, guys, I don't know half of you. I know a lot of your names, but I really don't know you as an individual. You're probably all over the world. There's different ethnic groups in here, different time zones, different countries, different goals. Why are you here? Can you guys type your why in the chat box? Is it family? You want to quit your job? Why did you get into trading? You're passionate about indicators. You want to make money, like time freedom. Like, what is it that's driving you? Okay. What is it really that's driving you? Okay. Like I just, because the reason I ask this question, guys, is because it's actually quite serious. It's actually a really serious question. And it's not some marketing hooflaw. Like I'm going to get right down to the brass tacks of it. Okay. Kevin, I'm going to use you an example, Kevin. Is that okay? Kevin says, I want the time freedom and I want to control my own income. Kevin, are you okay if I use your comment as a moment? Okay, so Kevin's a great example of let's sort through the noise. There is no such thing as time freedom. There is no such thing as your family. There is no such thing as a better lifestyle if you do not get good at making money in this business. There is no secondary opportunities. There is no magic wand. You get to rub the genie's lamp and ooh, poof, you get 3 magic wishes. None of that shit exists in the markets. And this is why I'm so hardcore about this at the beginning of this webinar, is because I've seen so much false garbage out there that promises you're going to make a whole bunch of money. You just trade this signal, you're all set. No. You got to get good at making money in this business. And then you got to get good at staying consistent, because that's going to give you the time freedom. That's going to give you the family opportunities, the lifestyle that everybody is actually wanting, but realizing that, hey, I need to get good at making money. Can we all agree that making money needs to be the primary focus moving forward in here? Can you guys give me a yes if you guys are on the same page with me now? Because there is no family opportunities and weekends at the park and, oh my God, I can travel wherever I want and I can take my laptop on my boat and blah, blah, blah. None of that's going to make any difference if you're consistently getting stopped out. Okay. The reason I'm saying this is because your why needs to be, and it only needs to be, here you go. If your trading plan has any other reason for that, then your trading plan is incorrect. And I'm sorry to say this, but I'm the bearer of the truth. Money is necessary because with money, you get choices. And trading is really a business of how to make money. And most traders, they don't understand that. They think it's about buying systems and indicators. No, it's about managing the capital. So this is where all of the walls come up and everybody's defense mechanisms kick in. And naturally, that's expected. So what I'm here to do is I'm here to take a hammer and bust down the wall and share with you some help. Because some of you are going to agree with me and say, yep, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't trust you, Sean. I don't trust your strategies. I don't know you. I've never seen you trade, blah, 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 blah. How can I be sure that your trading system is going to make money? You can't be sure that that's going to make money. The only success that I can share with you is all of the success of our users and the live trades that we take in our classrooms in front of you, because when you see someone do it live in front of you, you can't deny the truth. Can you agree with that? Give me a yes or no, that makes sense. If you come into our trading rooms and you see an instructor taking live trades in front of you and they show you the fills and they show you the entries and they show you that they're trading, how can you deny that? You can't. Okay. So then the next wall I'm going to explain here is says, yeah, but I can't do it. I've lost too much. I'm struggling with my emotions, or I have a hard time getting in and getting out of the market. Everybody has a reason for why they're failing, rather than let's just cut through the noise and just change it. We can take the worst traders, and I know this because we've done it, and we can get you consistently profitable. It's a bold statement, I know, but we've done it countless times. We've got traders that come to us, they've blown out their accounts, and now they're funded traders working for prop firms. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? Most traders don't believe success is possible because they've been sitting in the failure soup for too long. I'm here to tell you that success is possible, and you deserve it if you're willing to do the right things. How many of you guys are willing to make a change? Can you guys give me a yes? If you want to make a change in your business and you're willing to listen to some people that have a little bit of success that are able to help you. Can you guys give me a yes or a no? If you answer no, no point of being here. I don't know why you want to be here. Okay. So everybody's got the case of the yeah buts and the what ifs. That's normal. Heck, I get the yeah buts and the what ifs. I'm going to put a car stereo in my truck, and I got the case of the yeah buts and the what ifs. Oh, I don't know if I want to spend money on the truck and blah, blah. Everybody's got this reasoning mechanism. It's a safeguard. We all have it. But in trading, it's even heightened because trading is a business of risk and it's hardcore. So we're going to fix it. We're going to show you how, and we're going to do it in the live markets. It's the only way you're really going to get good is by watching traders trade. End of story. I don't mean a chat room. I don't mean a trading room where an instructor says, hey, did you catch that? Did you see that? And everybody's like, would that happen? No. That stuff doesn't fly here. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to give you a reason as to why you should trust me today. It's a pretty serious comment for someone to say, trust me. Like for me to sit in front of a whole bunch of people like this and say, you should trust me. It's a pretty bold statement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain why you should trust me, okay? The strategies that we trade in futures and Forex and cryptocurrencies, and it can also be applied to stocks as well, is not our strategy. So I'm not getting you to trust me. I'm getting you to listen to what I've got to say. We are retail traders, and retail traders think we're entitled. Everybody's a bunch of entitled people. Like everybody thinks that they deserve to make money because they want to be a trader. Wake up, everybody. We're in the business of Wall Street. Banks run that business. Funds run that business. Institutions run that business. Now, I'm not saying you need to trade what the institutions are doing, because you're never going to trade like the institutions. You're not an institution. So any marketer that gets on some freaking webinar and says, hey, you got to take this software, these are big bank levels, blah, blah. No. You're being lied to. You need to understand the liquidity of the banks. Then you're in a different realm, because you got to understand what's going on. They're moving big money around. That's it. And they can do it easily or with struggle or at certain locations. Now, back in the 80s, a gentleman by the name of Peter Stuyvesant designed a method of profile analysis. And there's a lot of profiling tool sets out there. There's volume profile, there's market profile, there's different types of profiles. The concept of a profile is really the main objective of what I'm about to share here. They needed methods to be able to understand time and volume relationships so they could move big money around. So they can deploy strategies based off of their liquidity needs and their ability to move that money around. Do you really think an institution knows we exist trading 10, 20, 30 contracts? We're a fly on the wall. We don't even exist in the Forex market. There's just so much volume, it doesn't even matter. So at the end of the day, all that matters is that we understand methods that are deployed based off mathematics and statistics for their liquidity needs. Meaning, and I don't care if anyone says, oh yeah, but what about order flow? Order flow is a lagging indicator. Order flow can only show you the print until after it happens. So even order flow is lagging to some extent. Volume is not. Volume will tell you where the banks can actually do business. And the only thing I want you to leave on this slide is one thing and one thing only. We need to know where the banks are going to be able to do business. That's it. Do we know the outcome of the result? No, we just need to know in advance where and why they're going to do business. And it has to be based off math. It can't be based off subjectivity. How many of you guys can agree that that kind of makes a little bit of sense? If I know where banks can actually do business based off liquidity, I'll have a much better understanding of what's actually going on in the market. Never mind the MACDs and the CCIs and all this other garbage that never makes consistent money. Because at the end of the day, to be a buyer, you need to have a seller. And to be a seller, you need to be a buyer. You need to have both to create a market. Now put that into context with 1,000 lots or 500 lots. Now you're at a bank level. So our strategies are all about showing you how to understand where the banks are trading and why. Super, super critical here, guys. It's not Sean's strategy. This is not our instructor's indicator concepts, and this is not some Swiss Army knife put together to try to give you an edge. No. It's always been and it will always be about the auction. Okay, how many of you guys think that would be important to learn? Can you guys give me a yes or a no? Where are you at with that? Because I'm going to show you how we trade it. I'm going to show you how we understand it. I'm going to show you how you need to learn it. If you don't, you're at a massive, massive disadvantage to everybody else out there that has a handle on this stuff. Okay, it's the only thing that matters. It needs to be the foundation. You can still put the walls up in your house, but if you don't have a foundation, the wind's blowing it down. Okay, so how do we keep it super simple? I can't take everybody in here and just say, here, trade this trading system. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible for me to take all of the people in this event and say, here's our trading system. Now go trade it. That's the outcome. We want to be able to do that. But the only way to do that successfully is to teach you in step-by-step methods. Why? Everybody learns different. Everybody learns through either visual cues or auditory cues or actionable cues, which means some of you will learn by listening, some of you will learn by watching, and some of you will learn by doing. And when you can combine all of it together, then you're in a really powerful place. But if we try to get you to do it all at once, it'll just blow up because everybody's got very short attention spans. ADHD, dogs barking, wife's knocking at the door, kids, I got some music, I got CNBC going on this monitor, I got a stock account over here. Focus is the real problem. And what we need to do is we need to break it down so that you get good at one step at a time, because the end goal is to be a really great trader. We don't have to prove to you that our system is profitable. I can pull up a whole bunch of trading journals right now and statistical reports that will smash every single's doubt in here. I've got guys that are blowing out accounts that are sending me logs that are crushing the markets. If you don't believe me, that's your problem, not mine. We'll still trade successfully. The end goal is so that you can become successful. Don't worry about everybody else. We already got successful traders. We gotta get you successful. And the only way to do that is to make sure that you don't jump to step 3 first. 95% of traders will jump to step 3 and try to start trading right away before they even understand what they're doing. So it doesn't matter what system you trade. If you automatically try to go to step 3, you're done. You're done before you even start. It's just a matter of time until you hit losses. Bad day. So my objective in our school is to teach you step 1 first. You need to understand how to prep. You need to know your ranges of price, where the market's going to go today, where it's not. You need to understand market correlation on fundamentals. You need to have a watch list of the main markets. You need to know when your trading times are. End of story. Once you know step 1, step 2 is about the indicators. Step 2 is about the indicators. Step 2 is why we're taking trades, where we're taking trades, and what we're doing in terms of getting ready to take the trade. If you don't have a prep, and you don't have a strategy, there is no reason why you should take a trade. Step 3 is all about trading. It's all about the execution. You can't be good at execution if you don't believe in your levels. If you don't believe in the system, you'll never be good at step 3. So in order for us to get you to master step 3, we need to really make sure that steps 1 and step 2 are ingrained in the back of your subconscious mind so that it's like brushing your teeth. Okay? And step 4 is where the best traders are made, because I've got guys that will give me 30 days of trade logs and they'll do really good for 30 days. And then something happens and they're like, well, I don't know what happened, Sean. I know exactly what happened. You doubled down on leverage because you got greedy and you blew out a trade and it took you back a little bit. Yeah, you're right. Why'd you do that? Oh, because I had an inventory report and I thought maybe I'd make some money. Driven by emotion, not the fact they're not good traders. Sometimes emotions will come in and it'll wipe you clean. So what ends up happening here is journaling and trade plan review is about keeping you in tune. You can't journal your trades if you don't have a trade plan. There's no point. There's no point on keeping a trading log if you don't journal your trades. And there's no point on even having a journal if you don't have a trading plan. And if anybody tries to tell you, and this is very important, if anyone says, oh, you need to worry about your psychology, the hell with that. You can't worry about trading psychology if you don't believe in your setups. There's no psychology to manage. You don't trust your strategy. The reason I'm sharing this with you, and I'm kind of going on a little bit of a rant here, is because this is not a marketing webinar. The only reason you're here is to become a great trader. If I don't tell it to you straight, who will? Right? We're so past marketing events here at NeuroStreet, it's not even a point anymore. I just want to see you guys consistently making coin. The only way to do that is to just peel the layers of the onion. Okay? So, when we trade, you come into our trading rooms. Okay? We've got several of them. We teach different markets. This complete focus is on futures, Forex, and cryptocurrencies. We use several different indicators. Are you guys with me? Give me a yes. You guys enjoying the event so far? I don't know. Most of you guys got a lot of good names in here, but welcome to NeuroStreet webinars. Okay. Here's the thing. We're going to be teaching the market profile. Absolutely critical. We're going to be teaching you volume profile, momentum analysis, how to count the wave structure. Yes, we use order flow. Yes, we use supply and demand. Yes, we use money management and risk and reward planning and all of that stuff. But here's the key. It all has to be configured in a way that you understand it. I don't expect anyone to come in here and just start using a bunch of indicators and figure it out. No, we've got everything built for you. Okay, we've got everything built for you. We've got all the workspaces, all the indicators configured. We literally install it onto your computer, and then you watch the training videos and you join us in the live classes. Why? Because earlier I said the only way you're going to see this and believe it is if you see someone doing it in front of you. The first week of joining a trading room should not be about trading. The first week of joining a trading room should be coming in and watching an instructor trade in front of you. The first week of a trading room should be about demonstration so that you can come in and get organized and get your bearings. Whenever you leave college, they put you into a co-op. What's the purpose of a co-op? On-the-job training. I never really understood why people just never realized that trading is no different than college. You need to go into a co-op environment. You need to be on the job site, watch somebody do it so that you get a handle of it. That's the key here. So when you come into our classrooms, yes, you'll have the tools. Yes, you'll have the system. Yes, you'll have everything ready. But the objective needs to be to pay attention so that we can demonstrate how to do it. Then you can start practicing in the sim account and you can start taking some trades and getting comfortable and learning the strategy videos and understanding that. But only then should you be getting focused on trading, not just coming in and just swinging for the fences, because that's a recipe for disaster. And the goal here is consistency. Okay. So a good example of a buy level setup trading auctions is understanding the liquidity of the market. We have many different strategies. One of the strategies you're going to see in our classrooms involves liquidity analysis. What is liquidity analysis? Where the banks can actually take advantage of filling orders. So remember what I said earlier, a bank can only do business where they can facilitate trade. One of the things you're going to learn about in our classroom is where the banks can execute orders and where they can't. It's not because there's no buyers and sellers. There just may not be enough buyers or sellers at that price level to be able to support big money trading. Okay. And that's the difference between a retail trader that doesn't really understand what's going on in the market versus a professional that really understands it. So this level that you see circled here is an example of a rejection off low liquidity. The only reason a reversal can happen is when prices are rejected from low liquidity. Volume cannot support trade, therefore the market cannot stay there. Okay, so we're going to teach you how to see that. We're going to teach you how to understand it so that you know with absolute confidence that the levels are going to hold there. And that's why you don't need to be fearing your trade setups, is because it's not about indicators. It's not about, I hope this system works. It's about the mathematics behind what's really going on in the market, which is one of the reasons why I'll never, ever go back to trading other strategies ever again once I learn this. Because once you learn it, you just won't trust anything else anymore. It's that simple. So, another example on Forex. Banks can't trade where there's no volume to support the trade. End of story. Market rejects. That simple. Champ says, what's RRMM? RR stands for risk and reward, and MM stands for money management. Okay. So concept here is banks can't do business where banks can't facilitate trade. Okay. And the key here is where these levels are located, we'll automatically show you where to take those trades, how to take those trades, why we're going to take those trades, and what to expect from those trades. Here's an example of a sell level that was plotted. Big cliffs of volume are what we're looking for in many different environments, low liquidity pockets, and we'll set these in advance. You'll see these in advance, and it's not just about volume analysis. It has to do with direction. It has to do with whether they've been tested or non-tested, has to do with whether or not we can have a bigger stop or a smaller stop on them. Everything plays into the level, but the level is the most important part so that you can really see where the market's likely to do something. And these levels could be dictated from prior weeks, prior days, etc. A lot of different things go into understanding this analysis. Here's an example of an overnight level getting hit even when we're not even trading. Markets are trading 23 hours a day, guys. Right. So it depends on whenever the market's going to go to these areas. You can have levels plotted in advance. You can see these areas of interest. We'll show you how to do this because we post these in our classrooms. We also post them pre-market, and we'll show you those in just a second, because one of the things we like to do is we like to give our traders levels so they can start practicing before they start trading live accounts, right? So we'll go into that in just a second. Here's an example of some live trades that were taken off our levels. This is a US CAD trade. This is an entry chart on the 1 minute. Those blue levels down there where you're seeing the execution, that's just the fills, right? Those are the fills of a trade. Okay. Here's another example of order flow being scalped off those levels, right? You say, well, didn't we talk about order flow? Yes, we still use order flow. We still use all that stuff, right? All that stuff is fine, but it all has to do with liquidity first. Order flow is a confirmation tool. Order flow is a comfort builder. Order flow is not the answer. Okay. Order flow is one of the most widely used concepts in our business, but it's not the foundation. Okay. Here's another example of fills, euro dollar, coming into a low liquidity pocket, fresh level on the day, right at yesterday's high of day on this example, was a nice scalp. Okay. Big picture was down. They rallied it up into an exhaustion point, and the market cannot say that. So Sergi's saying, you say banks need liquidity, but demonstrate empty levels. An example of an empty level, I'll show you this. If you have a statistic, it's all about the bell curve, right? But traders don't look at the market like that. Traders don't look at standard deviations like this, mathematical standard deviations. Most people don't want to have a statistics degree to come and learn how to trade. They just want to make money. However, the markets are very statistical in nature. So when we flip this on its axis, you're going to see here, boom, 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 big drop, big drops, boom, boom. So what I'm going to do to answer Sergio's question, or Sergio's question, excuse me if I said it wrong, and I'm going to say demonstrate empty levels. Empty levels are this. low liquidity pockets. Okay. Empty levels are where the market can't facilitate trade. Full levels are big auction areas. That's why the market stays in these high volume locations, because the market will stay there. It's at balance. So what we're doing is we're looking for these areas. We're looking for liquidity pockets. Has a lot to do with wave counts, has a lot to do with direction. But the main objective is to look at liquidity pockets where the market can't stay. Two things are going to happen in those areas. They're going to trade right through it super, super quick. So you're not sitting there as a bag holder hoping that it's going to work. What's nice about getting stopped out with us is that if you get stopped out, it happens real quick. You don't sit there and hope the trade works or hope it turns around and gives me some money. No, if the trade ain't working, it's not working right away because the market's going to blow through low liquidity. And normally, if you have your levels plotted in the right locations, first retests are the strongest. We don't trade tested levels. And we'll talk about that in the classroom. Here's another example of a scalp off the level, basically waiting for a confirmation entry. This was a counter directional trade, which is why it was a short scalp, right? We normally would trade direction. Sometimes you'll see the instructor take a counter trend trade, just depends on his experience, right? I'll give you another example of the same level. This is a different level. This is a 30-minute level off that divergence and volume, and this is just the market coming down. There's the fill, 16 contracts going exit, quick target, right? Like, it really doesn't matter how many contracts, it doesn't matter the level. It just matters that you understand that you're going to see us take these trades in real time. Okay, you're not going to see us, hey, did you catch that? Did anybody catch that trade? No, you're going to see it done. Okay, I want to show you some example of our students posting levels. So we have Discord chat rooms, and one of the things I mentioned earlier is our instructors will post their levels, myself included, Gilbert, our educators. We will post our levels pre-market, like 4 or 5 in the morning. Okay, and the reason for that is so that you guys can validate that your levels are in the right place, so that we can show you where we're going to be doing things and what we're doing. Okay, and the purpose of this is so that you get really good at it, right? We want to be able to teach you to fish. We're not going to spoon feed you forever. We will continuously put levels in the classrooms and in the chats, but the purpose is so that you can validate, you know what? Yeah, I got this. I understand it. Okay. Here's an example of a trade Irwin posted. Low liquidity level. That's a big trade. 56 points on a futures contract. As a day trader, it's a huge trade. Okay. These are low liquidity. Right? Here's another example of another trade posted. Okay, crude oil trade, low liquidity, big trades. There's the fills. Okay, the reason I'm sharing with you guys is here's another example, low liquidity. All we're doing is we're just taking the same trade examples. Here's another trade posted. Irwin posted this in the classroom on the macro profile software. Low liquidity, big trades. Right now, what's nice about our Discord rooms is you're going to be able to come in and see these. So we post our trade room performance, we post our trade levels, we post our fills, live trade threads, all of that's there. So you can't get away from it. What's nice is it's just become such a transparent community. Everybody just helps each other. But the point of the matter is that you can see that these are the levels that you're going to be seeing in our classrooms. Here's an example on the NQ, nice rejection point, right back up to the point of control for, I think it was like 4 contracts on that trade. Okay. Here's another example of another low liquidity level. Rejection points right into the direction of the trend. Came right in, pulled back off VWAP, right into low volume analysis, and it rallied quickly out of there. Okay. Now, I can show you trade after trade after trade after trade, but pictures only do so much justice. You still need to come in and see it. You need to come in, get your feet wet, get acclimated with it, right? So as an academy, we use Trustpilot because it's a Google review site. It costs us, I don't know, I think like 10 grand a year to have our account set up on this. And I say this openly as a business owner because I want to share with you, we've done it on purpose. We use Trustpilot so that we don't need to put testimonials on our website. This is controlled by Google. We can't sit there and edit the text and the testimonials. And we have an excellent rating. And there's a reason for it, because we help create winning traders. So I don't know where your due diligence has been before. I know a lot of traders go around the web and they search YouTube and there's a lot of information out there. A lot of it is noise. Some of it's good, right? But when you are in that due diligence phase, the only reason you guys are in that due diligence phase is you're trying to find a solution that you can count on, that you can believe in, and you can trust. My ploy for your efforts here is to just come in and get sorted with us so you can see it done in real time, because that will prove itself. Okay. At the end of that, if you're not satisfied, there's nothing else we can do. Right. So, give an example of what it's like in our Discord classrooms. We have our live trade rooms, which is for trading. And then we have our community trade calls and all of our threads so that you guys can communicate with all the other hundreds of students. And then we have different threads for different classrooms: futures trading, Forex trading, stocks, crypto, options, swing, live trading picks. So one of the things that we do in the morning is that we actually post the levels before the classroom starts. And that way you can see the trades where we're planning on taking trades. Okay. And then when we take the trades, we post the trades after with the fills and all of the executions so that everybody can validate everything. It's a really, really transparent process, because that way everybody sees it in advance and then they see the follow through on that. And a lot of traders will trade them in the classroom too. Okay. So how many of you guys think that that sounds like a pretty good solution? I don't know where you guys have been. How many of you guys kind of liking the sounds of what I'm talking about? Give me a yes or no. I don't know where you're at. I mean, everybody's in a different learning experience, but the joy of this event is to get you. Yeah, the Discord's only for our customers, Daniel. It's not a public thread. Yeah, it's not a public thread where we just have a whole bunch of people just in there chatting. No, we're traders. We're not chatters. We're not online gamers playing Call of Duty. We're actually traders. Okay, so if you're going to be in our classrooms, that's when you'll have access to our classrooms, right? So, and I just say that openly because we don't want a bunch of noise. We really want to promote an environment where it's just traders trading, right? So, what I'm going to do, show you an example here. Okay, here's an example of crude oil today. Okay, crude oil was in a tight range, directional range, mind you. It's in an uptrend in the intermediate, and it's in a bigger picture downtrend on the range. But I want you to pay attention to the weekly auction for a second, because it's really interesting where they stopped the market today. And it's really interesting, and this is not interesting, it's just the way the market works. You can see right here this, and I could use other examples, but you can see here that there's a blip of volume, and then it kind of goes like this, little blip, and then down, low volume, and then high volume. Okay. The two things that stand out to me as a trader is where the cliffs of volume are on the week. The cliffs of volume to me are where the biggest liquidity drops off. And if I just do this, if you really just take a look at where the volume sorted at the highs and the lows, tapers down, tapers down, tapers down, and then it drops here. Okay, it drops here, tapers down, and then it kind of gradually. The biggest drop of volume is right here. Okay, this tapers down, tapers down. The biggest drop of volume is right here. Boom, it just slams down. Okay, just slams down. Okay, and here's the thing. What happens here? The market can't support trading through it. It's got to turn around. Now, there's more to it than that. I'm just sharing with you. This is an example of live charts from today. I didn't run the classroom. Gilbert did, so I didn't know which trades they took today or not. But the end of the story being is that this is an example of charts and layouts that you're going to see in our classroom, right? And you'll see down here, there's a whole bunch of them. There's the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar got rejected out of low volume. You can see it came right down to that low volume pocket. We can take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Same thing. New Zealand dollar came down to the uptrend. You get the dollar yen. I'm going to see what the dollar yen's doing here. Okay. Take a look at this low volume rejection here. This low volume rejection came right out of it. Like it's that simple. Market can't stay there. Okay. Now we're going to talk to you about which direction we should be trading. We're going to talk to you about longs or shorts. We're going to talk about which markets. We're going to talk to you about correlation. We're going to talk about all that. But the key is that you've got a little bit of learning to do. Okay. This is not a webinar where we go through and we teach you all the different signals, because it's impossible to do that in a short webinar, right? There's a learning experience that goes along with it. So a couple things I want to talk a little bit about is how we're different than every other school out there so that you can understand your learning process with us. We have education courses that are going to teach you the indicators. They're going to teach you foundational concepts. I'm going to teach you the framework that we base all of our getting started packages through. So if you're just getting started with us, you'll have the basic courses, the intermediate, etc. Then we move into strategies training. You can't learn a strategy unless you know the tools that we're trading with. So it's very important that you take the videos, you learn the education course, then you learn the strategies course so that you can learn the systems. Now it says live trading rooms. We have several trading rooms. So the difference is that you have access to all of this. You're not just paying or getting in tune with one class. And the reason I say it's the Netflix of trading is because when you have a Netflix account, you pay one monthly subscription. You can watch whatever movie you want. You can watch it whenever you want. You can watch comedy at lunchtime. You could watch horror in the evening. You have access to it. Same thing here. We have that type of model so that you got access to all the courses, all the live classrooms, and the best part about it is all the indicators. So all the indicators in the systems, it's all a package. So there's no need for you to worry about having to figure out, what am I getting? Do I got to buy this course? Do I got to buy that? Do I got to buy these indicators? No. All of it is an all-inclusive model so that you're not having to figure out what you need to get. It's all part of your involvement, okay? Now, how many of you guys are familiar with the movie The Godfather? You guys give me a yes. Give me, how many of you guys are familiar with The Godfather? Kevin says yes. Okay. One of the things that always stuck with me, and I like to use this in this presentation, is that he always says, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Okay. Well, like I said earlier, a lot of you guys are in the trust building phase, learning how to understand what we do. Well, the only way you're going to give us a chance is if I make you an offer that you can't refuse, okay? Because my only priority is to see you guys winning. I just want to see it consistent. I want to see it post in live trades in our threads. I want to see it post in your performance so that you can feel like you're actually doing really, really well for a change. I don't know if you're a good trader, or if you're a struggling trader, or if you're in between, or if you're just getting started. But at the end of the day, if I can make you an offer you can't refuse, there should be no reason why you don't give us an opportunity to help change your life. When I say change your life, I mean help you learn how to make consistent money, because you can't change your life without getting good at making the money first. We talked about that at the beginning of the class. Okay. So let me kind of talk about what we normally charge for our packages so you understand everything in detail. And then I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. One that's gangbusters. It's going to blow your mind. Okay. So just trust me on this when I say it's going to be impossible to refuse. We have 3 packages. Okay. In order to do what we talked about today, you need to be a gold member. Okay. You need to be a gold member. Okay. And in order to do the trading and the systems and the software and all of the indicators, you need to have a package on the gold. Now, we have a monthly subscription and we have an annual program. Okay. Retails at $349 a month for everything in the school. It's an all-inclusive model. We don't sell our indicators separately. We don't sell our trade room separately. You don't have courses. It's either you're in or you're not. Okay. And we're talking extreme access. Okay. You've got over 40 indicators and systems, intro courses on 5 markets, live chat rooms, multiple trading rooms. We're an academy. Okay. Now, here's the best part. Most of you are going to compare that to a car payment or a cell phone bill, right? The human psychology of the mind is like, well, you know, I don't even pay that for my car. Okay. But here's the thing. If you can make one winning trade a month, you pay for your business with us. And then you have the entire month to be able to run your company as a financial trader. So the way I look at that, it's a pretty inexpensive fee to be able to run a professional money management business. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. So in order for me to win your trust, okay, give me an opportunity to show you a new chance, okay? I'm going to give it to you for 25 bucks. Dollars, dineros, ribaderci, okay? I'm going to give you the program for $25, which is less than dinner and a movie. You can't go to the movie theaters and buy popcorn for 25 bucks, okay? And you can come in and you can start learning our systems, learning our tools, watching us trade. And then if you are not 100% satisfied, you don't stay. $25. Not 25,000, champ. Love it though. Okay. If we have not surpassed your expectations in the first 30 days, we have a love us or leave us policy. No contracts, no commitments. You can just go on your merry way. Watch YouTube. Learn from a 15-year-old YouTube influencer who's never traded a live account. Okay. Now I'm saying this. Okay. I'm saying this now because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity to come in and get organized with us. Go to co-op. It's time to go to co-op. Here's a link. Okay. For you to take advantage of what we're talking about. 93% off our monthly subscription. Okay. Now here's the kicker. In 30 days, you're going to need to make a decision if you want to stay with us. We're not going to make you pay $349 on your renewal. $349 is the retail price. In the first 30 days, if you want to renew with us and you want to stay on with us at the school, we'll send you a discount coupon link so you can get a discount on the full pricing so that you're not having to pay full prices. All I'm trying to tell you is that $25 is a steal to change your life for the first 30 days. That's like 2 trade commissions. Okay. Does everybody think that's a good plan? Here's the link. Okay. Now, I'm going to run a poll in here so that I can get an understanding of where you're at. Okay. And I'm going to leave this open for Q&A. Leave this open for Q&A. Okay. I'll go over the questions in a second. Just bear with me here, guys. I'm just going to set up this poll. Okay. Just going to run this poll. Okay. It's a very simple poll. And this way we can help you. Well, the retail price, Joseph, is $349 a month, but we're not going to charge you $349. We'll give you a discount. Ashley's got coupons that she runs. I don't have all that information here at the event, but she'll be making sure you get a discount before the renewal. You'll be emailed before the 30-day renewal. You can cancel at any time. It's not automatically billed, all that fun stuff. Don't have to worry. We're not going to sit there and charge your card. You'll have fair warning to make a decision as to whether or not you want to stay with us. Okay. Okay. So give me a second here. I'm going to run this poll and just let me know. Let me know where you're at. If you found the event informative, if this is something you can get yourself involved with, because we're about to give you an opportunity to change the way you trade, the way you could potentially change the way you run your business for the rest of your life. It's just a matter of whether or not you're willing to give us that opportunity. Okay. Because many of you came here for a transformation, not information. The last thing you need is more information. There's plenty of that to go around. All I'm trying to do is get you to results. But I need to make sure that I can show you before we can flow you, kind of deal. You get me saying here, guys? let's work together. Okay, let's get you in. Let's get you using the tools. Let's get you using the system, trading with the instructors, following along in the chat rooms, seeing the levels, watching us trade. Then you'll know for sure this is where you want to stay. It's kind of like when you go to campus and you're taking your kids to school and you're like, you know what, I think this is where I want to put my kids to school. Okay. And you don't go and just pay for the tuition and buy the books and put them into the dorm room, give them a card for food before you've even checked out the campus. Okay. That's the whole reason we're doing this. And don't worry, we'll make sure we can give you extra butter on the popcorn. Okay. So, what about NinjaTrader? So great example. So we use NinjaTrader as our primary platform. We also have our software available on TradeStation and TradingView. Okay. But right now it's primarily NinjaTrader. We're flipping the servers to TradingView very shortly. In terms of NinjaTrader, it's free to use until you want to trade a live account. So you can use their platform for free using SIM, which is an amazing opportunity. 90% of you should always start on SIM. Never move to live accounts until you're ready. Okay. Then you can move to a live account and you can decide to use their platform full time. Okay. They connect with multiple brokers. So they have multiple broker connections. They are also a broker as well. So you can ultimately trade through them as well. But the reason we use Ninja as our primary platform is because of the coding that we use. We use a lot of advanced indicators and they're only available on certain platforms, which is why we've been moving them onto TradeStation and TradingView as well. But that takes a bit of time with some limitations just due to the code language. But rest assured, you don't pay more for different platform access. If you're in our school, you get access to all of our software on all of the compatible platforms. We're the only company in the world that's done this. And I know this very seriously because I've studied them all, trust me. Okay. So, what are the hours of the rooms? Pre-market, before pit open, crude oil, and the market pre-market, and we trade all the way to the London's close. So because we're a Canadian and a US-based company, ultimately we're trading pre-market activity, 8:30 a.m. Eastern all the way to 11:30 US close, or European close. Okay. Lawrence says, at the payment site, it says $25 and then 30. Yes, but hear me out on this one, Lawrence. That's the order form. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to send you a reminder email. It's going to say, Lawrence, thank you for being a member of NeuroStreet. If you'd like to renew your subscription, don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to give you a discount coupon code so you don't have to pay full price. And that way, if you do want to stay on the renewal, it'll be cheaper for you. We want to make sure we can pass the discounts on. I'm just letting you know, I mean, $25 is your first opportunity. Okay. You don't have to worry about paying full price, guys. We're not going to sit there and do that. I'm just letting you know that's the normal price when we started the company. Okay. We're very open door policy here. No hidden agenda. Just give you deals, help you make money. The success of our users sells itself. Okay. Like I said at the beginning, no fluff, no steak oil, guys. At the end of the day, trading is all that matters. Making money, change of life. Okay. You're not going to hear me pump about Lambos and trips around the world on the boats. If you have money to trade big accounts, then buy all that once you're consistent. We'll get you there. Okay. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the event. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the event. I'm going to get you guys, for those of you that answered the poll, fantastic. Daniel, let me ask you a question just a second here. I missed it on the first time around. Give me a patience. Appreciate your patience, brother. Okay. So it says, failed many times over many years, finally quit and got a job to get finances in order. Currently have no futures platform. I know Ninja is free, but I think you have to have a brokerage account to pay for data. Would you take advantage of education, watch live trades? Does it make sense for me? Yes, Rob. You can't get away data. You can use their sim data fee for free for a couple weeks. You don't need to pay for Ninja Trader until you want to trade live accounts. Eventually you'll need data. Yes, can't get away from that, guys. I can't change the industry regulations on data. Nobody can. Even the platforms can't. But they'll give you a free data feed and you don't need a live Ninja account. You can use their platform for free. So you'll get at least a couple of weeks of free data, at least the first month. And then down the road, if you're ready to do this, then you just pay for a data account, a data feed. And then you can, it's very inexpensive. The platform will remain free until you want to trade live accounts. Okay, what is the best volume profile to use on a 5-minute, 15-minute higher time frame Forex chart? We only trade volume on 30-minute charts, Daniel, because the auction's based off 30-minute intervals. There's 46 TPO counts in a market profile on all the bank platforms. So I would say 99% of all very successful auction traders use the 30-minute chart for the reasons of the bank platforms are all operating on 30-minute fractals. That's why most platforms that you see that are anything to do with market or volume profile, all the big guys are looking at the 30-minute chart for the auction. That doesn't mean you can't use a 15 or a 5, but you would still use our software, which automatically defaults to pulling the data from the 30-minute chart. Okay. Muhammad says, I paid $45, did not get an email from you. You will. You definitely will. Trust me on this. Everything's done through autoresponders and everything's done through the backend server. So you'll definitely get set up. Trust me on that, Muhammad. And Mahmoud, sorry if I said it wrong. But rest assured, my team will get in touch with you or send an email. We're very quick to respond. Very, very quick to respond. Okay. Rest assured here, we got you covered. Yeah, you wouldn't be sending it to me, guys. I can't respond to all of you guys in here. There's just way too many traders. Just shoot us an email on the site. We'll get to you right away. Absolutely. You pay today. You can log into the classrooms tomorrow morning. You can install the software. You can book an install. We'll even install it for you. Yeah. We'll even install the software, book a one-on-one with you, get on your computer, get you up and running. Like I said, we're a big team here. We're an academy. So the last thing we want you to do is feel overwhelmed on the onboarding process. All I care about is seeing you guys successful. And that means helping you get up and running. That's why we're here. Okay. We use the macro profiles, Daniel. The macro profiles is the bread and butter. Yeah, the print profiler and the volume profiler are good, but the print profiler. Yeah, the champ saying, "How's the baby?" The dog's outside barking. I don't know if you can hear him. He's saying, "Let me in, Dad. I'm hungry here. I'm outside. At least it's nice and warm here. He's got the sunshine, right?" But yeah, we trade the NQ heavily, Mahmoud. Yeah, we trade all futures, Forex, and we can also use the software on cryptocurrencies and Ninja. Really excited for the TradingView release here. We just got the servers completed last week, so we're going to be doing a test run with all of our TradingView users, and then we're going to turn the switch on so our software will work on TradingView as well. So for those of you who like to trade TradingView charts, well, you get access to all of it being in our school. No barrier to entry, guys. The only barrier to success is ourselves in this process. We've got everything for you. All right, so here's the link, guys. One last time. I'm going to break for some brekkie and some lunch and all things in between. Champ says, what you're saying about the print profile versus the volume profile? Yeah, so the print profiler has volume profile in it, but it's just volume profile. The macro profiles is market and volume profile together. Daniel says, do you use low liquidity levels for tops and bottoms? Well, we use it for tops and bottoms, trend pullbacks, rejection points, mid-auction, top auction, bottom auction. We normally don't trade tops and bottoms against big picture trend. We will trade reversals off directional reversals, though, yes. Yeah. All right, traders. Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed the event. Thank you for being here. I hope you learned something, and hopefully that this was kind of an eye-opener for you. And, you know, your success is our success. So come in, get acclimated, email support for an installation meeting. We can get you up and running. The videos are very self-explanatory in the members area. But if you ever need assistance, we're an email away. And tomorrow morning, you'll be able to join the trade rooms and all of that stuff. In your prep routine, do you consider the context, central banks, geopolitics? Yes, we do. We look at news calendars. We plan economic reports. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, mind you, we run futures, Forex rooms, stocks and options rooms. So you'll have access to all of it. Okay. You'll have access to all of it. So just depending on the calendar schedule, when you come into the members area, you'll see there's a calendar schedule, the different classes, the different trade rooms. And that way you can come into the classes that are of interest to you. Okay, so traders, have a fantastic day. I'm signing off. This is Sean here with NeuroStreet. Have a great evening. And I look forward to trading with you guys in the classrooms. Same with the other instructors. Take care, guys. Cheers.